everyone, welcome in this class. From today we will start our new book. The name of the book is My Fifth Book of Social Studies. So this is your book, okay? So we will start this book with our first unit. The name of the unit is Our Earth at a Glance. In this unit we will discuss about our Earth, about the planet Earth on which we live. And here we will see what models, what tools we can use in our classroom for our better understanding when we do study about Earth. Okay, so let's start this unit with some basic information about Earth. In this chapter, Our Earth at a Glance, every morning we all see the sun rising in the east. I hope you all have seen this one. It comes out like a huge ball of fire. At night, there are moon and millions of other brightly shining stars that seem hanging in the sky. Astronauts who went up in space could see our Earth just like the heavenly bodies that we see from the Earth. If we see our Earth from the space, it will look like other planets, as if we see other planets from the Earth. Pictures of the Earth taken from space show that it is round like a ball. So our Earth, the shape of our Earth is round like ball. For purposes of our study of the Earth, we make spherical models. A spherical model of the Earth called globe. So as we know that Earth is very big, we can't see it at one time, at one place. So we made a model. The experts make a model for the Earth so that we can do study easily. The two extreme ends of the spherical model are marked with the north and south pole. So the two poles of the Earth is marked as top one is north pole and the down one is south pole. An axis passes through the poles from north pole to south pole. The axis is mounted on the horizontal base at an inclination of 23.5 degree to the vertical, the straight one. The sphere can rotate around the axis as our Earth rotates on its axis. Similarly, the globe also rotates on its axis. Midway between the two poles, a circle is drawn that divides the globe into two hemispheres. The upper hemisphere is known as northern hemisphere and the lower one is called the southern hemisphere. And the line which divides globe into two parts or Earth into two parts, that line is known as equator. This is the 0 degree latitude. The other lines or circles running parallel to the equator grow smaller and smaller as we move toward north or toward south. These are drawn at the gap of 1 degree each. So between this latitude there is gap of 1 degree. The farthest parallel are 90 degree north and 90 degree south, is showing the location of the North Pole and the South Pole respectively. So this is all about longitude and latitude. So the important parallels or the latitudes are what are the important latitudes? North Pole, that is 90 degree north. Arctic Circle, 66 half degree north. Tropic of Cancer, 23 1 by 2 degree north. The equator at 0 degree. Tropic of Capricorn, 23 1 by 2 degree south. Antarctic Circle, 66 1 by 2 degree south. Southern Pole, 90 degree south. So these are the important latitudes and with its degrees. So on the globe, we can notice that there are many vertical lines also. So as we know that the horizontal line we have learned, that is horizontal lines are known as latitude, and the line which passes through the middle of the equator, middle of the globe or the earth is known as equator. So here we are discussing about vertical lines. Actually, these are semicircles. Okay, these are known as meridians. These are also called longitudes, the vertical one. So there are 360 meridians in all. The meridians running through Greenwich Observatory near London, UK, is taken as the 0 degree longitude or prime meridian. All the other meridians are marked off from this point, drawn at the interval of 1 degree. These are 180 degree meridians. Each of the prime meridian are 180 degree meridians east of the prime meridian, and 180 degree meridians are west of prime meridian. The meridian in the east are marked as E, and those in the west are marked as W to let us know their position. The 180 degree east and 180 degree west are the same line, just opposite to the prime meridian. It is known as the date line. The important meridians are, what are the important meridians? Prime meridian, that is 0 degree longitude. Then opposite to prime meridian, the international date line, 180 degree east or 180 degree west. The meridians and the longitudes cross each other at 90 degree, forming grids. These grids help us in many ways, especially locating places on the globe. You will learn more about them in your higher classes, but you need to remember that these lines are on the globe and on the map. This is for our understanding. Actually, there are no such lines on the surface of the earth. These are imaginary lines to help us in describing various physical and human activities and to make our study easy about the earth. These are one of the tools used by us to study and to understand these things in better way. So spherical models are difficult to carry because it is big in shape, huge in shape. So we make flat maps. Maps can be folded and easily carried or hung over classroom walls. It is easy to carry. We can get small maps also that we can keep in your bags, or you can keep it in your pockets also. So within the maps we use different color codes and symbols to make it easy for us to get information about places and their location. So in this unit we will learn about
globe and maps, and how they help us as tools in the study of lands and people.